everybody, it's Monica with Bodycon Female Fitness, and today I have a very fun video about the twisting movement pattern and how improving in the twist movement can help you burn more fat and calories, especially if you are struggling with slow weight loss and stubborn female fat loss. Alright, so the main benefit of improving the twist pattern is that you will be able to perform a lot more challenging fat burning exercises at a much faster pace and with much better technique. The twisting movement pattern is actually one of the most challenging for a majority of clients that I work with and for a majority of people in general, because we all have imbalances between the right and the left side of the body, which are caused by a variety of reasons, including bad posture, injuries, accidents, all that stuff that happens in life. Another benefit to improving in the twisting movement pattern is better digestion. So your intestines actually need a lot of movement in the core to get everything in there, processed. And if you're not moving in a variety of directions during your workouts, any kind of workouts that you're doing, then you're kind of missing out on that benefit. So twisting is really great for boosting your metabolism. Now, all the exercises that you're watching here at the beginning are from Bodycon Female Fitness Plan, and I'm using the every minute on the minute protocol to do them, which is incredibly challenging, and you have to have very good twisting movement in order to be able to perform all the exercises quickly, efficiently, and without getting injured. So this is the reason why twisting is so important, and now we're going to get started with the exercises that are actually going to help you improve in the twist pattern. Okay, so one of the best ways to improve your twisting is to improve your thoracic mobility. So that is the mobility of your rib cage and your upper back and core. The best way to do that is with exercises that open up the chest and that stretch out everything on the front of the body, but in a non-stressful way. So the stability ball lateral roll that I was doing is really great for that. These windmills that I include in all my warm-ups, you've probably seen them in some of my other videos, are also really great for that. The main thing is to keep your feet in a fixed position when you're doing these exercises. And of course, if you're doing the opposite, which is doing the lower body mobility, then you need to keep your shoulders tacked down to the floor anytime that you're doing lower body rotations, like what you're watching me do on a foam roller. So these three exercises that you just watched are actually ones that I do with many of my clients who have very poor upper body mobility that limits all their movement, whether it's twisting or pressing or rowing or bending. So these are probably the most effective of all the exercises in this entire video, and they're also very relaxing, which is really nice if you have a lot of stress and you carry a lot of tension in the hips, shoulders, and neck. Now, if you want to integrate some of this twisting movement with lower body strengthening exercises, a great way to do that is to do it in the lunge position, and just with your body weight, doing any kind of rotation or twisting or turning with your upper body while you are in a lunge position is going to both strengthen your lower body and core, as well as improve that thoracic mobility that you need for better twisting movement. So how many repetitions of all of these exercises should you be doing? Well, that depends on how much mobility you need. Sometimes 5 to 8 repetitions is enough. Other times 8 to 15 is going to work better. Sometimes you may need all these exercises. Other times you may only need a few of these exercises. It really depends on your fitness level and where you're at with your fat burning. If you're really stuck on a plateau, you may want to start incorporating more of this kind of stuff on your days off from fat loss training, so that you can get much better results from your fat burning workouts when you're actually doing that type of training. Now, before we continue with more of these mobility exercises for better twisting, I do want to address something that I'm sure that you've been wondering from my last couple of videos, and that is, why do I not recommend that you do high intensity interval training on a daily basis? And that is because majority of people that come to my site are struggling with slow weight loss and stubborn female fat. The worst thing that you can do is pound your body with more hardcore exercise. Your body does not need that. What it needs is balance, and it needs smarter training, not harder training. So if you've been pounding it hard with those HIIT workouts or all that other stuff that you see on YouTube and it's not working for you, it's time to try a different approach, a smarter approach to fat loss. That's what I do over at Bodycon Female Fit, so be sure to stop by the blog and start reading all the stuff that I post on there. It really does work, and women are sending me all kinds of really great testimonials about the results that they're getting, especially women who have been pushing themselves to the breaking point and not getting anywhere with their fat loss. So be sure, to start reading some of the stuff that I post on the blog if you want to start getting better results from your time spent exercising. Alright, now the next set of exercises is really great for improving shoulder mobility. If you have forward shoulder rotation for any reason, then these exercises are going to reverse that. They're also going to stretch your abdominals, your rectus abdominis, which is the infamous six-pack muscles. Those tend to get tight on a lot of people, and they do limit twisting movement. So these exercises that you're watching, which are the alternating scorpion and the tabletop with the one arm twist, are going to be really great for improving flexibility in that abdominal area, and also mobility and flexibility in the shoulder. You're going to notice a big difference in how much better you can twist just from doing these exercises on a regular basis. This tabletop exercise that you're watching right now is actually from Bodycon Female Fitness Plan. This is the most basic version that's in a couple of the workouts circuits that are in the first couple of weeks of the plan, and then as you start to get more advanced, the tables start getting a whole lot harder, and they start combining with some other movement patterns, and they start getting incredibly challenging and intense. So if you can do the basic tables that you're watching here, you're going to have a much easier time doing all the rotating tables or the table to scorpion presses and stuff that are featured in the fitness plan or in some of my other videos that you may have watched. Now, what if you don't have a mobility or flexibility issue, but you have more of a strength problem? Well, there are plenty of exercises that you can do to strengthen the twisting pattern, and that's what we're going to focus on in the rest of the video. This exercise that you're watching here is called a shin box, and it does improve your twisting movement by strengthening your hip flexors and also your obliques. It is incredibly difficult. It doesn't look like it does much of anything, but if you've never done this before, you're gonna be kind of sore. So take it easy with the number of reps and the number of sets that you do of this. And then if you do feel like taking it to another level, you can add the get up portion, which is just basically taking it into a full yoga twist and then standing up from that seated position and then rotating from side to side. This is really great for strengthening the lower body as well as improving in that twisting, strength that you need. I did want to share one tip about shoes. I was wearing shoes and a jacket one day because it was raining and overcast and very cold, and my feet were just sliding all over the carpet, and putting shoes on helped me to have better traction and not be sliding all over the place. But generally I would suggest that you do all this stuff barefoot. I filmed this on 2 separate days, and the second day when I wasn't wearing shoes, I was just doing a lot better with all the exercises. Of course, that depends on where you're training and what conditions and all that, but I generally recommend that you not wear shoes for any type of training unless it's really high impact stuff. It does improve your lower body strength and balance and coordination when you work out barefoot. That is something that I've discovered in the past couple of years that has really leaned out my legs. Also, I wanted to mention that you don't have to do all these exercises on a regular basis. You can pick and choose the ones that work best for you and the ones that are more effective for your body. You may find that you don't need lower body twisting, that maybe you just need upper body twisting, or you may find that working with certain types of equipment just works better for you and it helps you to improve more in the twist pattern. You have to play around with all these different things and figure out what works works best for you, that is going to be the most effective way to improve in this pattern. So don't feel like you have to do all these exercises, you know, back to back as a circuit. That's not how this video is intended. So it's just a way to show you all the different ways that you can improve in the twist movement pattern using a variety of equipment or just your body weight. Alright, so now we're going to finish up with some of the more challenging exercises in this video, and these are the exercises that a majority of my clients just cannot do correctly. And the reason for that is that many of them don't know how to engage their deep abdominals, so I have to spend quite a bit of time teaching them how to do that before they can even do these exercises properly. So if you are laying on the floor and you're doing lower body rotations, make sure that you place some kind of block or ball in between the knees and that you're using those deep abdominals. That does not mean sucking your belly button into your spine. It means contracting those transversus abdominis muscles, the corset muscles. If you need help with this, I have tons of other videos. I'll link to them below that you can go watch to learn how to do that. If you're going to do any kind of lateral flexion, or these are called side crunching, you also need to engage those deep abdominals. That's what's going to keep you from rolling all over the place, and it's going to help you strengthen those oblique muscles and get more balance between the right and the left side. Another thing that's going to help you to be able to do lateral flexion or any kind of lower body twisting more effectively is to keep your shoulder blades, contracted, just slightly contracted. You don't want to be squeezing so hard that you get sore in your upper back when you're doing this kind of stuff, but you definitely want to engage those upper back muscles. That is going to help you have much better posture when you're doing this stuff and really be able to target those oblique muscles and those lower back muscles and even some of those hip flexor muscles when you are doing any kind of side to side rotation or shifting of weight between one side and the other. This is especially important if you're doing any type of gliding or rolling type of exercises, especially any kind of Pilates or ballet inspired functional exercises, which are the last two exercises that you can watch here in the video. You really need to keep the upper back engaged and the deep abdominals engaged. Otherwise you can really strain your neck and other areas of the body, and it's just not going to feel good, and it's not going to work the muscles that you're trying to strengthen. So really important to engage all the back muscles on these last few exercises to get the best result and to really strengthen your twisting pattern in a functional way. Finally, one last way that you can improve in the twisting movement pattern is to incorporate twisting stretches into your fat burning workouts. So after you do your fat loss circuits or your cardio workouts is a really great time to add some stretches that have twisting in them. Those can be any kind of yoga twists, or they can just be basic stretches that involve twisting of the upper or lower body. At the end of the video, I am doing a wide leg fold over with a twist, which is kind of more advanced, but there are plenty of other twisting stretches that you can do. If you go over to the site and look in the stretching areas of the site, you will find tons of video and other pictures that you can of stretches that involve twisting that you can try. Alright, well, I hope you've enjoyed this video and that it has been helpful. If you do need more help with your fitness plan, be sure to stop by Bodycon Female Fit and subscribe to my newsletter. I'm sending out all kinds of subscriber-only content, and I'm going to be uploading a lot more private videos from now on. So if you want access to all that stuff, just be sure to subscribe to the newsletter up on the site. I will be back very soon with another video to help you burn more fat and lose weight faster. Thanks for watching.